Hello ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dudettes, all zombie lovers around. Welcome, my name is TheSparrowsJourney and I'm here to show you one more recap for H1Z1. Another livestream happened a few days ago with Adam Clegger and Jimmy Wizhunt, two of the in-game developers on Sony Online Entertainment. In-game? Do they develop the game in-game? The very big new thing they wanted to show us is trees! You heard me right, trees. But not just any normal trees, they were big, huge trees, with they can just change the landscape and form new forests, new dense forests. It can considerably change the gameplay, and that is why they wanted to show us. Those trees are not supposed to come down, I think. You have new flora, if you haven't noticed. These are things they have included in this live stream, and they were things that were not that present that often on the other live streams, just because they're playing a version of the game that is very close to the one that will probably come out. It will probably still have a lot of changes, but for now, that is the closest thing. Either way, new flora. The game looks amazing. Now, the footage you're watching in the background of this video is from the live stream. I want to remind you, this was live streamed and this was downloaded from Twitch, so don't take this as the final quality of the graphics. It is by far not the best way to show you how the game looks, but it's unfortunately the only footage I have to show you. So the game is looking gorgeous, and when they increase the bitrate of the live stream on Twitch, which they did after 1 hour, the game looked even better. So don't take this as a good example of how the game will look in the end. Either way, so we have new flora, new trees, the big ones, new graphics, and I love this. Usually in real life, when you are in a really dark place, your eyes get used to that low light. When you get outside, for instance, out of your home, and there's a very bright sun, and it's still being tuned as well, you get that feeling of very bright exposure light, and your eyes need to get used to that for a few seconds. That's exactly how it happens on H1Z1 as well, and I hope they keep that. It looks brilliant. I just wanted to point out, all new graphics, all new animations are about to be included, and all these small details, also the shadows, I think they were improved. Once in a while, they hanged around with a flashlight, and I think things are looking better than they did in the last live stream. There is now the prone animation. Finally, they nailed out the prone animation. And rolling. When you're proning, you can now roll from one side or prone to the other side, which basically is a good way to avoid being shot or move when you're proning with a higher speed. This is something that we already have in games like DayZ and Arma 3, I would think. So it's not such a big thing. I just wanted to mention because it is a new thing now. They announced several new cars, and on this live stream they showed a couple of them that will be in the final build. Well, you gotta distinguish here final build and early access. When I say final build, I mean actually early access. That's what I'm pointing at. We have now the police car and the pickup truck, which are two of the new cars, the new transports we have available in the game that they announced when they also announced the release date. And in this live stream, we were able to see how it rolls. The police car looks amazing. The pickup truck also looks amazing. I never really liked that Jeep they always used in the previous live streams. I think it just looks like a toy. I don't know. This pickup truck and this police car really look cool, and I think they will add a lot to the transportation system in the game. Imagine what you can do with a police car. I can already vision people playing on the police car role-playing as policemen. And then you have the thieves. I can already see a server where some kind of Arma 3 live will happen. We will see. Either way, they also showed how you can fix cars. Now there is a system in H1Z1 that when you enter the car, you can see all the parts of the car, pretty much as you would have an inventory system of your character page. You have a battery slot, you have, I don't know, the light slot, maybe the engine slot. You have several parts for the car, and if the car is missing one of those parts or it's damaged, you cannot use that car. Now, you not only need gas for the car, you also need to repair the car. So when you enter the car and if you see one of those parts missing, you cannot do anything with it, but you can pick up that missing part from, I don't know, other cars or houses or whatever, and go and fix that car. Right now, the ratio is about at 50 cars per server, and most of them are not working. Adam Klager said something like 40 will probably be broken and you need to fix them, and about 10 will be fully functioning. So you will be very lucky if you find a functioning car. But I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed how you have to work your way up to getting a car. Also, you can lock your car, and that's pretty cool. Let's not forget to lock the car when you leave it and go and scavenge the nearby places, because if you leave your car unlocked, everyone can get into it and everyone can rob it. So please pay attention to that when you play H1Z1. Keep your keys to yourself. The inventory system. They showed a little bit more of the inventory system. The interface isn't looking that great, but I'm a designer as a professional, so I do attend to those things a lot. That's why I look into graphics a lot in games, which is a bad thing, I know. Gameplay is more important, but the inventory system isn't looking that great visually. But when you're trying to work with it, it is showing very effective. It will work with weight. So the inventory system will work with weight instead of inventory slots. I have no idea actually how DayZ works or Arma 3 and the mods, but this is how it will work for H1Z1 right now. Each equipment will have their own capacity. So you will be allowed to carry stuff on your shirt, on your jeans pockets, even on your backpack, obviously, and small bags that you can carry with yourself. Each of those slots, of those equipment slots, will have their own weight capacity. Combo system! Now, we have mentioned this in combat in H1Z1 previously, I think I did. If I didn't, it's now good thanks to you. The combat system will not be as simple as just hitting someone. I'm talking about PvP, I'm talking about PvE against animals, bears and zombies and whatnot. You will have a combo system. What do I mean with this? When you hit a target, you can hit the button of your mouse for another attack precisely at the moment you will do a combo attack. You have a max of 3 combos, so you can hit once, and if you don't spam click, okay, if you spam click, you cancel the combo. That's how it works. You should do like something like click and it hits, and you do click and it hits for a combo, and click again and it hits for like an uppercut. And that will be a 3 combo, and the 2 hits after the very first one, if they are a combo, will do much more damage. So you will be rewarded in combat if you respect this system. You can do combos not only with your fists, which is something you should expect, but also with axes, and I would say most melee items like bats and hammers and whatnot. They showed a huge lot of the sniper. They used their little dirty developer cheats. They got a sniper and they showed us a little bit of the combat with the sniper. Now, Jimmy is the man responsible for, as far as I know, all the weaponry of the game, and he's still tweaking things. The reload system, the hitbox and whatnot, the accuracy. So far, it looks like any other sniper in any other game. The only thing that I want to note is when you click shift, you hold your breath. That's something I loved in Battlefield. I think that was the very first game I played with that system, where you, at that precise moment, you're gonna hit the click for the shoot, you hold your breath for a higher moment of accuracy for about a few seconds. If you hold your breath too much, the guy will just run out of breath and you will just miss if you shoot at that time. It's interesting and it's very thrilling and encouraging to see these kind of systems at the very start of this developing phase. Snow! We already knew that snow would be in the game. Actually, seasons and weapons, well, not weapon, weather system will be in the game. You will go from rain to snow to very hot times. But we actually, at least me, I don't know if they showed this any other time, but for the very first time I saw snow in action, snow actually falling. I saw pictures and I saw, I think, snow on the ground when they were playing, but I never watched the snow falling. That's pretty cool. I don't know if the snow affects your gameplay in any way. I think they were planning on doing that, especially the zombies. I think they were planning to make the zombies slower, more slower when they start chasing you on snow, because obviously it's hard to move when you're walking on snow. The map. Do you remember the system that I was talking about on the last live stream, which I kinda understood as picking up maps from several locations on the world, and then you would, you know, stitch the map together and have your own map with you at all times? I think they changed their minds, either that or I understood wrong. What is currently happening is they have map signs throughout the world, and they have strategically located the map signs on places where people respawn, so that when you respawn, you know where you are exactly, and you can go from there to places you are interested in. So that's now how the map system is working. I don't know if they plan to change it. In the past, I understood it as in you would find pieces of the map throughout the world and you would pick them up and you have your own personal map. I don't know if that is still true. This map signs thing doesn't necessarily changes that. It can still exist. But for now, this is what we saw for the very first time, how the map signs are working. In terms of personal opinions, I want to give two of my opinions, of one negative and one very positive. The negative one would be the zombie animations and how zombies are looking. This will be the negative part of my opinion. I think the zombie animations are not quite looking that good, and they're not looking as deadly as I thought they would be. This worries me. Why? Because I don't want H1Z1, once again I've said this, I don't want this game to become like a DayZ, where it's just a PvP mass killing game. I know we will have PvE servers, but I want to play on PvP. I just don't want people to kill on sight. And by the way, they confirmed that people will not be punished. They will not have any penalty whatsoever if they kill on sight and if they decide to be the most evil person on the server. The only way they are kind of making a penalty on that person is that, for instance, if you decide to kill everyone on sight and using a shotgun, you will have a heat on the map with sound, and you will probably be chased by bears and zombies, and we'll have all kinds of troubles. I want to remind you that we are less than 1 month away from the release. I know the animations and graphics are the latest things to be updated on the game. Now, I would be cool if the animations were poor, but the actual gameplay of the zombies was alright, but neither of those are true. I am not liking how animations are doing on zombies, as in walking, and sometimes they stop for no reason at all. I don't know if it is a glitch. Apparently there was a glitch in this live stream where the zombies were pointed at the last location of the player, but if the player was not there anymore, they would just stop and hang around and, hey, how are you? What is going on? I'm kind of amazed by how the zombie animations are not doing that great on the game. When we saw a video of a zombie, a fantastic video of a fantastic animation of a zombie dancing the music Thriller from Michael Jackson, that might be the answer to the question of what are you doing instead of improving the animations in the zombies in the game. To end on a positive note in terms of my personal opinions, I want to say that the world design is looking fantastic. Okay, from all the other games I've seen from the same genre, DayZ, Arma 3 and whatnot, the game looks beautifully handcrafted. I gotta tip my hat to people like Adam Kleger, which is the world designer, and there should be a lot of them, other people working on this, but the restaurants, the different houses you have in the game, the police office, work offices, garages, lake houses, churches, and everything else looks handcrafted. It's just amazing how you get to a work office and you see all the desks wrecked with all the computers and all pens and chairs and whatnot. It's amazing how when you get to a garage, you see all the garage tools on top of the desk, and most of them are all trashed and whatnot. It's amazing to see in the restaurants remains of food and cups on the ground, and everything looks handcrafted. It's just not some sort of template which they copy from one they have on the other side of the world and then copy paste it. Now, I'm pretty sure they will do this once in a while, but for now, it's amazing how when you get to different places, you see how different the things are. Even houses. You know, houses in the real world are very similar to each other, at least in the same neighborhood. In the game, when you enter the house, it might look the same from the outside, but when you get inside, you see this kind of detail that even sometimes, this might be a little bit too fanboy thinking, but sometimes it even looks like they're trying to tell a story from the way the house is decorated and whatnot. The choices they have, the paintings, the location of the sofas and the televisions and whatnot. It's amazing. Now for the Q&A. Quick questions and quick answers they could pick up on the live stream. PS4 release date. They still don't have it. That's a no-no. Will there be penalties for people that kill on site? This is something I've mentioned on this live stream already. No, but there is that heat sound thing that I explained before. That will be the only penalty system they will have for those people. Do zombies drop useful items? Yes. Things like cloth. If they have cloth on them, if they are dressed, probably they are, you will be able to rip off their clothes and use it for things like gaze, bandages. They now named them gaze. I don't know why. Is there a bullet drop? Yes, it is, like most modern shooting games right now. Is there an FOV slider? Yes, people, rejoice. You will no longer have complaints around the FOV slider. Actually, I don't think Jimmy would allow H1Z1 to come out without an FOV slider, as he's a professional game shooter player. Will the game be launched in other languages? Yes, but probably not for early access. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy this time I spent with you. My name is TheSparrowsJourney. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We are on the road, so close, so very close to get to H1Z1 on January 15th of 2015. Do not forget about that. I hope you have a grand day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.